Astral readings, from what you know, is a forbidden practice amongst the Sprigonians. Outlawed like many other things in the land, the four of you decided to take Dr. Vadette's offer to heart. Partaking in one just a few moments ago, your past and futures were laid bare. But what you all do now is up to you. As you all leave Dr. Vadettes House of Cards, one of you decides to stay behind to speak with Dr. Vadette a little bit more in depth to the meaning of their astral reading. That one was Iskandr. As the three of you are now out of Dr. Vadette's House of Cards, what do you wish to do?
As Gunther steps back out, he's going to reach down and kind of like pop and crack his back. As he does so, the kind of like glow on his chest is going to increase a little, and you can see like tears forming in his side with little rivulets beginning to run down before he straightens back out. They never speak about how sore you get as you age. Or at least if they did. I wasn't listening.
What did you say? Or what was the last part of your sentence?
I said, or at least if they did, I wasn't listening. But we've got...
I don't know about it.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got it. You start talking first.
We've got a few people, it seems, we've got to try and find still. Do any of you have particular plans, or should we start trying to track down some of these Trisants and Milos and the like?
Well, I know, we are going for that sword too, so that on our way out we can run it by. At Cantarella.
Out of game, that's right, we did have a plan, didn't we? It's just been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you were given a quest by Kavir Cantarella, who runs the Crescent Counter, to pick up a sword for him that was made for him, called in a place called the Healing Blade. But I do remember that one of you, Gunther, I believe, you wanted to find more about your past through...
Yeah. And there was a past diviner tied to Lorenzo Trisant.
Father Manfroy, who's at the
Lagosian Cathedrals.
Yeah, the Church of Triologos, which you don't know the exact direction towards, but it's generally like if you see a giant place that looks like a church, it's probably a church.
Okay. See, I'm just trying to remember because we had decided on the path we were going to take, and now I don't remember.
It's completely up to
Honestly,
you where you go now.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, though, because I also did not remember. That's why I've been so silent.
Yeah, I feel like we had discussed. We were like, do you remember, Valorie? We were like, we were going to go here, then here, then here, and now.
I feel like Father Manfroy would probably be a good spot.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get a little bit more information about
what we just went through.
Not Austria.
Can you...
The land down under.
Yeah. The land down under. So we need to get the Healing Blade, and we need to find a church. So the Healing Blade's in what part of the city again?
It's in the Haven district.
In the Haven, and Father is in the Lagosian. So we're already in the Lagosian if we want to start.
Yeah.
It would probably be best to work that way so that we can work backwards.
Okay, so do you want to start in 10 and then come back?
Let's go ahead and knock out the Lagosian district, and then we can
because what I'm
work our way
thinking
down
is
here.
we're in Lagosian, so we can go wherever church is, then go and then make our way back in case people get angry at us.
Yeah. And then Haven District's also closest to the exit, just in case we make a lot of people angry at us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm guessing these are the churches, like up here. I'm not entirely sure. I think.
Could be. There's also that big...
Yeah, I was thinking either these or this.
Yes. Could be this.
I was thinking that is where more of the ruler himself lives.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be more like a palace type thing than a church.
Yeah,
like you said.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Valorie, because you were the one that cared the most about this when it happened. The direction you saw Felix run towards was from where you're at was to the northeast, towards this plaza.
Okay.
Area.
So
we should probably also, apologize to Felix.
Oh, okay. I feel I was gonna say, I feel like one of us is too inclined to apologize to the man, and I get it, but I'm not gonna make him. I like Felix, but at the same time, his beef's his own. I do want Felix as an ally, though.
He's the only person that knows the town better than we do. Because we don't even know where to go.
I feel like we could pay someone to do better. Or that can know the town that doesn't puke in wells.
I would... What?
Oh, you weren't...
They said, no, they take gold here, but...
I don't know, because we don't know how the other people are here. We don't know if they are friendly. And we have met a friendly face that we have not met.
Let's head to the church first, and we'll see where it heads from there. If we run into Felix before that, then we'll see.
Okay.
I think that's a good plan.
So you guys are choosing to walk towards the church?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. From where you're at, you can see a rather large-looking cathedral. It is pretty massive. It kind of stands out when you think about the entirety of Astraia that you've seen. It's elevated on several rocks, almost like a makeshift hill. And beside this building, you see ruins. You see a large gravesite. And you decide to essentially follow where Felix had fled from. And you end up in a large plaza.
Can Val maybe try and just real fast, since we are in the plaza, try and maybe look out for Felix? See if she can see him?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Nat 20 plus 4. 24.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Okay. You
I'm
don't,
anywhere.
You don't see Felix. However, you remember the way Felix dressed, and you remember that he wore a pretty long-looking orange scarf, and inside of the fountain, you do see what looks to be that same orange scarf that has been slightly dipped into the water, as if thrown away.
Oh, he's puking in public places again.
Val just goes over to it and she picks it up and shows it to the party. This doesn't seem like a good sign.
No, not particularly. I mean, I don't really.
Probably just threw up in this one too.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, if he gets sick in every fountain that he sees.
So where did we leave off?
Just
heading up
towards to the church.
All right.
And potentially gambling later. Assuming this is like a gladiators arena.
You decide to walk towards the cathedral that stands high on this hill. 2 statues flank the path to this hill. One statue wielding an axe, another wielding a shield. They clearly seem to be some sort of paladins that, due to their proximity within the cathedral, seem to be important. As you walk up to the cathedral, you see these large blue doors made of some kind of shiny material. Almost looks like platinum, which, for the more keen-eyed, specifically you, Gunther, you would know that platinum is exceedingly rare in Sinceris. On this platinum door, you clearly see the engraving of a figure, a being. They are mostly cloaked, but their head isn't that of a humanoid head. It looks almost nightmarish, yet beautiful at the same time. It looks like a combination of an 8-pointed star and a black hole, while at the same time mimicking that of a sun. And as you approach this door, you don't seem to see anything through the glass-stained windows, and the door doesn't look locked.
Well, I will.
I guess I'll try to push it open.
Val just kind of makes a small little comment. She's like, so since I am more, common with, well acquainted with churches, I could always go in first.
Yeah, I guess. We didn't really have many of these back home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the door. Valerie's gonna try and open it.
You open the door, and you are met with a surprising interior. Opening the door, you see a large lead-in with pews side by side, pillars that have engravings that to you mean nothing, but most likely to this church they hold some religious significance. There doesn't seem to be many people inside of this church. You see a worshiper or two praying by the statues in front of the altar. And you see, hanging behind the altar, is a very similar, but a bit more simplistic rendition of the carving you saw on the platinum door. That of a strange mixture between a black hole, an 8-pointed star, and a sun, being held by a hand. On the altar itself, you do see a figure who seems to be mulling over some scrolls at the moment. They are positioned behind a large water basin. And for the moment, they are alone. You cut off extremely badly. What did you say?
I said, should the person of the cloth the person of the cloth?
I guess I can.
You don't have to. I mean, we're here for my shtick anyway. I'll kind of just brush past her, lighting one of my cigarettes as I go, and I'm gonna call out.
No, don't.
As I'm approaching through the hallway. Hey, you Father Mentroy?
Your voice
Smoking in a
echoes
church.
throughout the entirety of the church, and the man who you assume to be Father Manfroy, his head lifts up immediately at the sound of your voice. And for a moment, he looks at you through the disrespectful act of smoking while inside the church. He looks at you with disdain. But his face calms down as he simply nods and begins to move from behind the altar, walking down past the water basin towards you.
I was saying, sorry I had to speak kind of loud, but I figured one of you would poke your head up when I called out for it.
And Val just kind of creeps up a little further, and she just profusely apologizes to him for the other two's actions. They haven't been in a church. Sorry about that.
To be fair, I've been in one religious ceremony, and I certainly got a warm feeling in my chest.
He raises...
You guys don't allow smoking in here. Why is there a big ashtray?
He raises his hand, specifically to you, Valorie. That is enough, child. He says, as the man you see before you is dressed extremely well. He's wearing these religious robes and has a stern look on his face. Clearly elven in nature, with graying to white hair. And his eyes peer between the three of you. So, it is true then. Dr. Vadette's prophecy came true. Though, aren't there 4 of you?
Yeah, one of us had a few more questions for the good doctor.
I see.
He'll be around shortly.
Well,
Say, Father, you don't have any plans tonight, do you? I feel like you should be treated out to a special meal. You're quite the eye candy.
Val just kind of looks over and like smacks him, not hard enough to do any damage. She just kind of stop.
Gunther's gonna do that thing where you like when you have a cigarette in your mouth and you choke on it, just.
Honestly, you know what? Kaelen, roll me a charisma check. Straight. Well, Gabe.
Okay, hell yeah. Alright. So that D&D Beyond's fucking sweet, and let's try this one. Damn, I got a 7. I wish I would have kept that nat 20.
Romancing the father.
He looks at your attempt at flirting, Kaelen, and all he goes is, I appreciate your charisma, but I was informed by Dr. Vadette that you would have some purpose here. How may I assist you, if in any way?
Yeah, my brain got scrambled, and I was told you might help me figure out how to unfuck that slightly.
He walks to you, specifically Gunther, and he is much taller than you are. He is about 6'4", and he looks over your form, observing the intricacies and the strangeness of the way your blood almost moves like magma. The protrusion clearly from your chest that glows with a bright orange and reddish hue. I believe I could help in this aspect. Please follow me. And he starts to walk forward. And as he walks forward towards the large water basin on the altar, you notice the people who were praying. There seems to be only 2 or 3 people here. They begin to look at you and whisper amongst themselves, and it is up to you if you wish to hear said whispers or not.
Yeah, I will attempt. I mean, these are whispers before. Would it be a perception check?
Yeah, it would be a perception check.
That is a 12.
A 12. You hear mentions of that same deity you heard before, Trilogas. But for the moment, that is all you hear, as the 3 worshippers that were in the midst of praying begin to walk away and, in a way, give you privacy as you all walk up towards the altar. And as you walk up towards the altar, the 3 of you see someone familiar, kneeling in front of the banner that supposedly symbolizes the god of this strange religion. You see him kneeling, same orange hair, but no longer wearing his scarf. You see Felix, as he seems to be in deep prayer.
I'll just kind
Also, is there anybody in here?
I'll just kind of like nod at Valorie and like nod my, like, while looking at her, nod my head towards him, like, you want to go?
Valorie will, she'll look at Gunther and just nod and walk, slowly over to Felix, not wanting to interrupt him praying.
It's at this point that Manfroy looks at you. Please, approach the basin.
I will do so the entire time. So, what is it that makes holy water do its thing? Is it just the silver? Is it some other application with the divine magic that it works? Is this holy water?
It is holy, in a way. And as you walk up to the water basin, you start to notice that there's no movement in the ground here. And yet it still ripples as if something is moving it from underneath. The ripples come in small waves here and there. It seems to have a dedicated rhythm to it. And as you peer into it, you start to see the glint of stars in the water.
I really hope it's supposed to do that.
As Father Manfoy walks up next to you in front of the basin, he looks to you and places a hand on your shoulder. Are you sure you want to do this?
I'm just trying to figure out who I was before I was this.
He nods, and from his pocket, he pulls out a very, very small dagger. He leans forward towards the almost lava-like blood you have on your arm, and he slices ever so slightly, enough to draw blood. And the blood you see isn't normal blood. As described before, it looks like magma, and should it stay on the blade any longer, it would burn the blade, almost reforging it in some way. And as he takes the drop of blood from this dagger, he drops it into the water. You notice the ripples begin to get more intense. They begin to almost vibrate with anger and fury, as if the water is alive. And that bluish tint from the basin, you watch as the water begins to turn completely red. And what Kaelen would see is your eyes and your mouth glowing with an orange light as you begin to go into a trance. You are the only one who sees this, but you open your eyes and it's as if you're in space, surrounded by stars, weightless. You see the glint of comets passing by you, and you are alone.
Oh, hello?
Your voice echoes before being swallowed into the vacuum of space. You hear no answer, but you see something. A star, brighter than the others, as it flashes, and you see events start to play out before you. You see yourself dressed in an elaborate military uniform, with all of the bells and whistles of an engineer. You're surrounded by people who you don't have memory of, but part of you feels like you knew them. You see memory of yourself enjoying your time with these men, fighting, fixing, creating. And before long, it explodes. Time and time again, you see explosion after explosion. The scene changes, and you are strapped. You see yourself strapped to an obsidian chair, bound and gagged. Surrounding you are hooded figures. They all seem to have this same evil tattoo on the palm of their hands. As you hear this ominous music surround you, this chanting. as this chanting elongates, one of these figures starts to approach to you. You start hearing screams. Screams from people you feel like you recognize, but you just can't. As this figure approaches with a very small black box.
Oh. No!
The box glows with a slight reddish hue as you feel your chest being ripped open into.
Ah!
You feel an intense heat, an anger, a burning desire for destruction. As you feel this box being placed into your chest, you hear a voice you have only heard once before in a nightmare.
Child of destruction, ring in my
The basin of the water explodes as you are knocked back and woken up from this vision. And Manfrey is stunned.
Back! Further back! Gunther's gonna start screaming as he starts trying. I'm gonna cast light again on my arms as he starts rending them, magma spilling onto the tiles of the around the broken basin. I need further back!
Manfrey is stunned by this. He tries to restrain you as you are throttling the basin, but there is no more water in this basin. But the basin starts to fill with this magma blood from your skin. And I would say it's at that point when Gunther screams that Felix would rise up and look at you, Val, and at Gunther and Kaelen with fear. Did something happen?
It's hard to say.
Manfrey leans to you, Gunther.
Be calm. Tell me, what did you see?
Only a little. People. I think they were friends. I was wearing my uniform. It wasn't tattered anymore. I was someone. I was someone important. I was an engineer, and I had other engineers, and they took us. And I saw what they did to us. And I saw that there were only two of us that made it. I'm the only one. I'm the only one that kept most of my sanity. I already knew that.
Your magma blood pools into the empty basin, and it starts to fill up a bit more rapidly than you expected. As it fills up to the brim, fully replacing the water. You watch as the magma starts to shift, as if trying to depict a face. The face you see is evil, nightmarish in nature, clearly horned and as if made by magma. you suddenly remember the name that was being chanted. Elohim, Elohim, Elohim.
Elohim.
As the forbidden god of destruction appears to you before the magma fully transforms back into water. It's at this point that Felix is clinging to you, Val. He is shaking in fear, and Father Manfroy is shaking as well.
Val just tries to console Felix a bit. She's, I would assume, with being in the church for a while, she's seen something like this at some point.
Make for me a religion check.
22.
22. You easily remember a depiction of the Forbidden Gods. There are 3 Forbidden Gods in Sinceris. You remember their names well, as you were taught to never speak their names aloud, for they are, for reason, forbidden to being heard amongst the people of Sinceris. Elohim, the god of destruction, Meridian, the goddess of chaos, and Thane, the goddess of agony. And this was clearly a depiction of Elohim.
With this, Val just kind of, towards Felix, she's just like, mainly trying to console and saying that she has, and especially to the father as well, trying to console, saying that she has seen something like this before, and that, but it's been a long time.
Felix looks at you with wide eyes. You've seen this before?
I was very high up in my church. I'm trying to get answers of my own, I guess.
It's at this
Kaelen's
point.
gonna try to console Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther's just gonna kind of collapse, like on hands and knees beside the basin, just like 1,000 yards staring into the tile.
It's at this point, Kaelen, that as you approach, you notice that Father Manfroy's hands begin to glow with this almost starlight color, a mixture of deep blues and black. As I need you specifically to make a wisdom saving throw, Gunther, as he's attempting to cast calm emotions on you.
Ooh, okay, let's see. Wisdom.
15.
15. You feel this almost overwhelming sense of calmness overtake you as you fail the save. But you feel much better than you did just moments ago.
Thank you.
You alright, bud?
No, but I will be when I find a way to put a bullet in that fucker.
Father Manfroy holds your hand and he attempts to help you stand up to your feet again.
As Gunther will slowly. Thank you.
The stars have spoken, and I am happy to help you find out more about this Elohim.
It is not a name that I have heard before, but I could sense from the magma, from the basin, this air of destruction. It was unlike anything I've ever felt before.
And you start to notice, Gunther, that the wounds that you created on yourself, much like magma when it hardens, it begins to harden on your skin and slowly start to heal.
Yeah, he's a right asshole.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you a blessing of Triologos.
Oh. One god screwed me over. I don't think I'm at the odds to go 0 for 2, so why not?
He raises his hand, and you feel as this strangely comforting sensation starts to mull over all three of you, actually, as he essentially casts Bless on you, and you can add, I believe, 1d4. Hold on,
Yes.
let me re-remember the spell. I haven't used it in a while. Yes, you can add 1d4 to any number roll on an attack or saving throw you may make within, for the purposes of this, the next 24 hours.
Ooh.
Thank you. And the Gunther will look around awkwardly, like towards the ceiling, and thank you.
It's at this point that Felix has let go of you, Val, and he starts to rush over towards Gunther. Gunther, are you alright?
Eventually, I will be. Eventually. How about yourself?
I'm fine. Got a little bit emotional before I came into the church, and I seem to have misplaced my scarf.
Yeah, you should ask Val about that. She actually found it for you. We were looking around.
Really?
It was in the fountain, and she just kind of passes it over.
You looked in a bad shape, so we wanted to make sure you were good.
He walks over to you.
Can I see that 10 gold?
Oh, it's his. Val she's just like, she looks at him and she's like, no.
Can I see it? Like, can I see the powder?
Felix, he looks at you graciously, Val, for giving back his scarf, and he starts to put it back on when you say this, Kaelen. Oh, right. And he digs around in his pocket, and he pulls out a small golden pouch. I was thinking about donating this to the church, so they could make use of the money and distribute it towards the less fortunate over in the Haven district. Thought it would be better than in my hands.
That's very generous, Felix.
Yeah, but I feel like you should pay your tab with it personally. 140 is kind of crazy.
I usually find a way around those.
Send in her pen, I guess.
Speaking of that, Felix, did you ever hear, Cantrell talking about, his sword, or where we could get that? If you wouldn't mind helping us, at least once we're done with what we need to get done here.
Sword, let me think about that. Oh, right. Mr. Cantarello was looking into invest in a sword, and I told him about this place that my friend Kael runs. It's called the Hailing Blade, over in the Haven District. I assume the swords should be finished by now.
Would you mind taking us, if you don't have anywhere better to be, that is?
At the moment, not really, but I wouldn't mind taking you there.
Thank you.
Oh, and Father Manfroy, thank you very much. And Father Manfroy nods as he looks to the rest of you.
Let's see. I am going to.
On our way out, I'm gonna leave a single gold, like on one of the, like around the basin or something like that.
Actually, before we leave, Father, can I speak to you in private?
Yes, you may.
And he walks away from the party, waiting for Kaelen to join them over in this corner of the church.
Yeah.
As
Sorry about that.
you go to the corner of the church, Father Manfroy looks at you.
What do you need of me, Outlander?
Well, you see, Father, I think I've made a couple bad mistakes since we've been here in Sprigonia. And I don't know if you can see, Kaelin's going to point at, like, the gold markings on his face. I may have made a real big oopsie, and it's kind of turning me into something I don't want to be. I'm being mean to my friends. They've been real supportive so far. I was just wondering, is there a way that we can change that?
He looks at the golden markings that you have revealed to him, and his face drops completely.
You didn't.
Oh, no, I did. I thought it would help us. Short-term thought.
He looks around almost in a panic, and he almost backs away from you slightly, as if in fear.
There is little I could do, but I could attempt nonetheless.
Could we perhaps pray to Daddy God, see if he can help me?
I'm afraid.
I don't know. This is a real bad mistake.
I'm afraid in order to sever a tie, a pact with the Butterfly Queen, are you willing to partake in a small ceremony?
Yeah, I like ceremonies. They're normally real nice. Get drinks and stuff.
Very well. I may need a few hours to prepare. I've only done this ceremony once before in my lifetime. Do go
All
ahead
right,
with your friends and
my
come back here when you are prepared.
okay, Father. I appreciate it. Also, don't feel free to join us. I feel like you'd be fun. We could take you to dinner, sightsee.
Roll me a charisma check. What did you get?
I really hope I nail this fucking roll. I got a 17.
He hears this, and he does blush slightly. It's very easy to see due to the complexion of his skin. And he almost gets flustered for a moment.
You shouldn't keep your friends waiting. I will go prepare.
And almost in a panicked hurry, he starts to walk away towards a door to the left of the church, and he goes through it. And for the moment, Father Manfroy is gone from your sight. Or to the left of the church at this end, and you see him disappear past the large door as Kaelen returns to the rest of you.
Everything.
I think me and the father's really gonna hit it off.
Are you sure making
Yeah.
moves towards Father Manfroy is a good idea?
I mean, I can't see how it's gonna be a bad idea. Have you seen him?
Well, the men sort of have a lot of baggage, to say the least.
Yeah, but I don't feel like he's gonna be puking in any public wells.
Let's just stop trying to hit on the holy man, please.
The moment you say that, Felix's head cranes downward, and he starts messing with his scarf. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
Anyway, I'm in a good mood. Me and the father had a real good conversation. We might go to dinner even. Shall we get going?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
to the Haven district.
Yeah.
And with the four of you now in tow, Felix leads you out of the church. And I need you to make a perception check, Kaelen.
Ooh, fun. Ooh, I got an out one. Yeah, I'm gonna use a twist of fate on that.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, a 12's better than a 1.
A 12. That's workable. For a slight moment, you feel as if something was on your shoulder. And you can look to see that there's nothing there. It was something fleeting for just a moment.
Did you guys feel that?
Feel what?
I don't know. It just felt weird for a second. I don't know. It was probably nothing. We should probably go.
Okay.
It's at this point that you have fully left the Lagosian Cathedral of Triologos. Let me put him on the map. Alrighty then, Haven District. It should be to the east from the plaza down here. And Felix starts walking towards the plaza again. As Felix enters the plaza, he just stares at the fountain for a moment, and he feels up the part of his scarf that is still a little bit wet.
You're not feeling nauseous, are you?
No,
Hey,
I'm feeling fine. Just look, I'm sorry for the way that I've acted. I've been having problems in and out with, drinking and the like. I've actually only visited the Cathedral of Triologos once before in my life, and Just the weight of hearing the truth so bluntly was, I guess you could say I needed a reality check.
That's what they're looking
Well,
for
I hope you're not
eventually.
expecting me to feel apologetic, but
Hopefully, we all got what we
Nice.
needed there.
Please.
I did not hear
out of
anything
character, I want you to know that
It's just, Kaelen, be nice, please.
Kaelin's beefing with us too. It might be a one-sided beef, but he is beefing. Anyway, shall we go?
Yeah, sorry for the hold-up. And sheepishly, he starts to move forward as he heads east. Down east, you see a large gate that has a sign clearly written in beautiful calligraphy to the right of the entrance. Clearly see written down Haven District entrance, and Felix walks through. As the three of you walk through the entrance to the Haven District, you notice a lot more people here, a lot more commoners of Astraia. It isn't easy seeing the commoners here dressed in tatters, a lot of them. Many parents with many children to take care of, as some of the children are playing in the streets, while others are trying to pull them away, while people in carts are walking in and out of the district. Kaelen keeps a decent pace as he leads you down one street and then he makes a turn before eventually he comes upon another turn and he goes north. And you see a pretty large building. It almost looks like a apartment complex of some sort. But you can clearly see that it's actually several different shops, all inhabiting the same building. There are separate doors separating these shops, but you do see one that sticks out to you. A shop that has a sign out front that reads The Healing Blade.
Well, this is where we're supposed to be. Thank you so much, Felix. Really.
You know, it's the least I could do.
Yeah, it is. Anyway,
I could give you a little bit of advice. If you're heading back to the Elation District, it's not that far away from the Toussaint Mercenary Company. They could give you a map so you can more easily get around without the need of my help.
Let's see.
friend, I meant to tell you earlier. After we do this whole time, we're probably gonna have to go back to that temple. That priest is throwing me a ceremony.
A ceremony. You
Yeah,
don't have to
said
tell me the
friends.
specifics, but you probably don't need me there if you don't want me.
No, I'm alright. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate all the help, Felix. I hope I can run into you again soon.
He gives all three of you a smile as he starts to walk past you. And Kaelen, I need you to make a perception check.
Ooh, another one?
Yes. I'm actually going to do this. Okay.
God, why is D&D Beyond tweaking today?
Probably a server issue.
18.
18. You easily feel this as Felix drops something into one of your pockets as he walks away, and you clearly feel the weight of this. It is 5 pieces of gold.
That motherfucker's trying to bribe me. Yeah, buy my friendship, buddy.
I think that's his way of apologizing.
That's half of what I gave him. So, who knows?
Well, he should be giving it to the people around here. If they're struggling that bad.
I
To
would
be
say,
fair,
I would
feel
say,
like you'd have-
I would say Val. I would say Val, once this is made aware to you, he gave the pouch to the he left the pouch at the altar in the Triologos Cathedral. So I would say you would easily get the sense that this was from his own pocket.
Okay. I think he already left some at the church, which is great, especially if they're trying to help around here. That could be his own money.
Well, be the change. Don't expect the change. Anyway, I'm done talking about him. We don't like him. I don't like him anyway. Shall we go in here? I don't even want this gold. Gunther, you want this gold?
I mean, I won't turn away free gold.
We could give it to
Yeah,
the
I'd rather not
family.
have mom and boys.
We can have it find its way to someone like that. I that's a good idea, Val.
Are there any like pedestrians walking down the street or anything?
Down
Are there, like,
this street
single
specifically.
mothers?
Yeah, you see a few women and children that are walking past the shops, trying to possibly just get home or get around to doing some. What's the word I'm looking for?
I just slide like 5 gold into one of their pockets.
Yeah, you can gift the 5 gold to one of these commoners walking by, and she looks at you and she smiles and she says thank you before you notice she has a little bit more pep in her step because of this kind gesture.
I wonder if there's any hot dads in this area. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, y'all. Sorry about that.
You are free to go into the healing place. Whatever you wish.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's become trend. And Kaelen is now gay.
Okay. Okay. Let's play.
You just need to show me one hot priest, and I've made up my mind.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Well,
Felix found God, Gunther found some answers, and Kaelen. Now, guess what he found?
oh my
He
gosh.
found himself a holy daddy.
What
Man,
happens in Sprigonia?
I wish Kimbus was here so bad. Oh, they're missing so much good stuff, but it's fine.
Val just has more questions.
Yes. As the 3 of you walk into the interior of the healing blade, you clearly hear what sounds like a roaring fire, as the interior you see is rather normal for what you would assume a blacksmith would be for. You see weapons that are in need of repair here and there. You see rusty weapons, and behind a counter you see a singular male. He seems to be slightly dirty, most likely due to his profession. Blue eyes, some goggles, but you notice these strange, almost sword-like magic symbols flying around his head as you watch as he takes a very rusty-looking blade, and his eyes glow for a moment before he lines the blade part of a sword, and you watch as the rust begins to dissipate magically.
Cool.
And it's at this point, when you see the blade fully repaired, that he takes notice of you. Well, hey there. What can I do for you?
Here to pick up a blade for Cantarella.
Cantarella. Kavir Cantarella, is that right?
Yes.
I do apologize for not being in the most cleanliness of states. I had a bit of an accident earlier in the workshop, and you watch as he looks rather young. He clearly is human, doesn't seem to be older than 20, as the sigils disappear around his head, and he looks around in the armory section for the requested sword. Never seen your faces around here. Are you new?
Yeah, we're from the north.
Mean from
We had
Gwivin Providence?
Kind of that away.
Sure.
Don't get too many people outside the Gokun Plains. And you hear banging and clanging as he starts rummaging around looking for the sword.
Kaelen's gonna whisper to Val, is every man around here this attractive?
And then Val just looks at Kaelen, and she just kind of is like, "Can you keep it in your pants for 2 seconds?"
Shoot, you see what he did to that sword? Goodness.
Al just kind of looks at him, and she agrees that he is pretty good looking, but that's all that she'll say.
It's at this point that you hear the man go, there it is. And he pulls out clearly a scabbard sword. It is a red scabbard with golden embroidery on it. And a very, very well-looking hilt. It's clearly for a thin rapier. As he walks up to the counter and he places it down. Now, you're just picking this up for Mr. Cantarella, is that correct?
Correct.
That's it.
That's a mighty blade you got there, sir.
Kaelen.
Kaelen's not even looking at the blade. He's looking at him like directly. That's real pretty blade.
Oh, well, I do appreciate the compliments. Since you're new around here, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Cole McIntosh. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too, sir.
Gunther.
I'm Val.
Well, since the weapon was already paid for, you're free to take it and deliver it to Mr. Cantarella, and should you be in need of my services, you know where to find me here at the Healing Blade. And he...
Do you,
Or actually, would you have any throwing blades?
Throwing blades? You mean like daggers? Yeah, I have a few of those. And he...
I need like real balanced throw though.
What did you say?
So I need really balanced ones that I can throw.
Let me see what we have in the back here. Do you care what color they are or no?
No, sir, not at all.
And he rummages around, and you are free to take the sword. Whoever wishes to carry it.
Yeah, I noticed at the start of this session, I have one dagger. I needed to get more. I can't throw air.
Oh, right. He comes back out with a set of 4 daggers. The daggers themselves look pretty well made. They have a blue handle, clearly made with some kind of metal, and they are embroidered with these leaf patterns and have little stars on them. The blades look extremely sharp and pointed. If you're wishing to take these off my hands, I could sell them for you for about 50 gold.
Come on, sweetheart. We can do a little bit better than that, can't we? What do you say, 45?
Make a persuasion check. And I will say the DC is
Okay,
lower
yeah,
because you did sort of compliment him.
Come on, do go. Damn it. Oh, I gotta follow. Oh, shit.
I would like to give you a discount, but unfortunately, things have been a little bit rough down here in the Haven District. And you notice that he doesn't have any shoes on.
If only you had 5 extra gold from some trustworthy source.
Oh, no, I got the 50. What if I give you these here fine boots and 45 gold?
I'm sorry, these 5 what?
Fine boots.
You mean the boots you're wearing?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I can spot, Gunther can spot, like, he'll start pulling out, like, I can spot you 5 gold.
Let's keep our shoes, please.
No need for all that. Kaelen's gonna hand him 50 gold.
All right, and you are free to add four new daggers to your inventory. And I'll say for the sake of this, they are +1 daggers.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet.
Looking around, does Gunther see any sign of gunsmithing in this place?
Make for me a perception check.
Okay. A 17.
All right. With a 17, you look around for a moment around this workshop, and you do see what seems to be a pretty worn down looking, very very old, like in reference to real life, a very very old looking pistol, the kind of pistol that wouldn't shoot necessarily bullets, but the kind of very circular bullets, the kind that are more recognizable in Sinceris, though for the time that Gunther would know, Sinceris is also not that advanced in when it comes to gunslinging and guns in general, but it's essentially the same thing, just a little bit different.
Okay, I just wanted to know, for the purposes, I wanted to know if he had any, like, gunsmithing. Could I buy a set of gunsmithing tools here?
Do you ask that?
Yes, I am going to ask. Do you have any extra supplies? Do you make extra tools for other crafters?
I'm going to roll for this.
Oh.
Indeed I do. Ever since I learned this cool little trick of mine, thanks to my magics, I haven't been needing my supplies or anything for the physical work, but I can lend them to you if you need.
I'm generous, but I'm looking to perhaps buy. We're gonna be on the move, and I'm just trying to pick up a few new things, so it's for training purposes more than practical use.
Kael looks at you and nods as he goes to a closet in the back of the workshop, and he opens the door. As he walks back out, and you see him clearly with the supplies that you asked for.
Yeah.
All right, I'm willing to part these with you for about 10 gold.
How much would just a plain, like, short sword be as well?
plain short sword, could sell that for you for 15 gold.
I'll just stick with the basic kind of gunsmithing tools for now. Thank you, though.
No problem. And you're always welcome here at the Healing Blade. And
Thank
you are the three of you are free to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to start building up all the tools for the proficiencies I'm going to start trying to get.
Gunther, I have a short sword you can have, buddy. I don't need it anymore. I got these daggers.
If you're sure, being okay to part with it.
As the
Yeah, no, it's no problem.
Thank you. I just want something. I've got a couple hand axes that I kept just in case something got close, but I kind of realized I do a little bit better with precision weapons than I do brute force.
Trade you 2 cigarettes for it. Sound fair?
Sounds good.
As the hour passes, the three of you walk out of the Healing Blade, and you three hear a very familiar sound. You hear the sound of a hawk echoing throughout the Haven District. And Valorie, I would like for you to make a perception check.
Don't fuck this up. I'm gonna twist a fate. That was an 8. We're just gonna roll up. So, 9 is better than an 8.
A 9. You see. I don't want to say you don't see anything. I would say you see the blur of something flying, in a eastern direction from where you're at, but you can't tell what it is. But I would say you would be able to infer from the sound that it is a hawk.
I didn't know they had birds down here.
Didn't we run into a hawk
Yeah, it's a weird thing to be underground.
when we were above ground? The one that you tried to pet, Kaelen?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's not good. What do you say we return this sword real quick, and then I don't know. Try to get a place more fortified.
I am a bit worried that something from above ground has made its way down here.
I think we should return the sword and warn them we saw what appeared to be some sort of intelligent animal from up top.
I'm pretty sure it's a hawk.
Yeah, but didn't we?
It was intelligent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't it show signs of sentience when we interacted with it last?
Yeah, so let's not be standing around.
Yep.
I
wanted to go to the Relation District, but I think it might be time to hustle. Do you think it's time to hustle and bustle?
I think it's probably time to hustle and bustle. I don't want to run into whoever or whatever sent the hawk.
Yeah.
So
I think we should probably get somewhere more fortified, though, right? Like, so somewhere with more walls, more protection.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that mean we should probably go back to the?
I would say that when you were in the Elation District, you did see a few inns, but you would also know that the Toussaint Mercenary Company, which for the sake of this is this building right here, it is also in the Elation District, and you know from that flyer that was given to you that they can provide housing.
We could go there.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. At least it seems like a good place to hide, especially if there are mercenary companies around. As pragmatic as it might be, that might be the place you'd want to be if something goes down.
Yeah, and they probably know, based on what Felix said, they have maps so that we aren't just blindly going through this.
Yeah, regardless, wherever we're going, I feel like we should run.
Yeah.
Let's start running towards the Elation District for now.
All right, you take a saunterly run towards the Elation District, going through and about the Haven District. I'll say, for the sake of brevity, that you do make it back to the Crescent Counter, and it's at this point that Kavir is outside closing down the tavern, and you are able to easily give him the sword, and per the promise, but per the deal between himself and the party, the tab that was on Felix is now null and void. You've essentially given Felix a new start.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Really.
Next time, let's not let him start a tab.
Yeah.
With that, you are able to look around for inns in the Elation District, or head directly to the Toussaint Mercenary Company. But you guys exited the plaza, and all of you would start to notice that there is something strange going on with the commoners here in the Elation District. They're walking a lot more stiffly. They're not in conversation with each other. They're almost keeping more to themselves than when you first came into the Elation District.
Guys, I think we should probably get going and fast.
Real quick, can I do an insight check? Just to see if, their faces seem normal, or if it's more like a neutral look?
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Alright. 14.
14. With a 14, you get the sense that something definitely must have happened, if not in this district, in all of Astraia, because at least in this district, this is almost there's almost this unnerving silence where all you can really hear are a few murmurs here and there, the sound of carts moving back and forth between the streets, and the sound of the river that divides Astraia.
Hey guys, I don't think that part just did. I think it's doing something to the people here, so even if there is a plot, I don't know if a mercenary group would be a good place to do it. Because if they're affected like these people, who know, they could turn against us.
I just have a really bad feeling.
Yeah. Should we make our way back towards where we were before? In the Lagosian district?
I would feel better, because we know of at least 2 powerful magic users there. They're going to be harder to charm than commoners, or even mercs.
Let's
fall back.
I would
at least try and find
I would feel much safer in either back at Dr. Vadette's or the church.
I kind of want to go back to the church personally.
Yeah, but I feel like we should try and find Iskandr if we can, or at least head towards where we think they might be.
Do you think that they would still be talking?
They might be. That's fine. Still busy. I just don't want them being caught unawares.
Yeah.
As long as they get the message, that's fine. But I don't want to not deliver it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Well,
Uh,
I think we walk right past it if I remember correctly.
yeah, we'll walk. It'll literally be right beside us.
Yeah.
So
Let's start making our way.
Kaelen,
let's just. Oh,
as
Okay.
you're about to walk, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's not good. I got an 11.
An 11.
I'm assuming it's from Miss Queen Lady.
The two of you would start to see as, Kaelen, your eyes begin to turn pure gold, and they glow with this golden light. As you, Kaelen, you start witnessing a vision. You see a feminine figure with braided hair, a silver armored dress, and two blades. You see panic. You see screams. And you see blood on the banner that you saw in the church. And the vision fades.
And you said it was at the church, right?
Yes, the blood on the banner inside the church. That's what you saw.
Guys, no, we need to go to the temple. I just had a little vision. I don't know if it's current or future, but something's either happening at the temple or it's about to. We need to warn them.
I trust visions. Let's go.
All right.
Let's make it fast, shall we?
Yeah.
You go back all the way towards the Lagosian district as you're starting to see less and less people there. And you make your way towards the Triologos Cathedral. Give me 1 second. Oh gosh. Where is it? Give me 1 second here. You are back inside of the cathedral. You see as there are more people in here than when you first entered. Many of which that are wearing religious attire as they surround the altar, and they seem to be in conversation with Father Manfroy.
Kaelen's just gonna run up to him. He don't give a fuck what they're doing. Father! Mister! I believe there's gonna be an attack on the temple soon.
What? An attack on the temple? How? When?
I had a vision, and I don't know when. Well, that's money talk. Goodness, you're attractive. Right on. That I had a vision, and there was blood on stuff in here, and it wasn't good. And everyone outside's acting all weird.
Weird how?
Almost like they're...
He starts to approach you very concerned.
You can ask Val and Gunther. People outside, they're just not acting right.
They're
As if
not
they're
talking.
Correct.
They're not talking. It's like they're moving very stiff, like robots almost. And
we saw a hawk.
I heard what sounded like a hawk and saw a blur of a movement in the Haven district to the east. I don't know. Just it feels very.
He takes in this information, and he looks to the clearly priests and priestesses that were going to help with the ritual, and he seemingly orders them to leave the altar and head towards another room, and they begin to exit. As this happens, he walks up to the altar and he places his hand on it, and he seems legitimately stressed.
Oh no, why on today of all days?
I don't know, but I do know that we still have some time to prepare. I imagine a place like this doesn't have many defenses, but we could start setting up. What other parts of the city could we warn? What could be protected?
If people were already acting like that in the Elation district, I fear it might be too late.
Or if nothing else, we can fortify this place.
Exactly.
He looks back to make sure that no one else is in the church, as the priests and priestesses have fully left, and he quickly grabs your hand, Kaelen, and he walks you over to behind the altar, almost trying to have a slightly secret conversation with a little bit more privacy. And he,
Father, I don't think this is the time for that.
I can.
I saw your mark. Do you understand what it means to make a pact with Queen Sprigonia?
No?
She knows. She knows where you are. She knows where your friends are. And she knows about Astraia.
Well, I don't know. Kill me then. Don't let that happen.
Don't be an idiot. You have to leave the church. You have to get out of the city now.
What about this whole ceremony thing?
I think we gotta. I think we're out of time.
Kaelen, do you trust me?
Yeah.
Come with me.
and he rushes over towards the banner, waiting for you.
I'll join him.
Kneel before the banner.
Okay.
And he makes a motion for you to essentially take the place where you're standing.
Okay. So, right here. Yeah, Kaelen will know.
What you two would see would be disturbing, to say the least. As Father Manford pulls out what clearly seems to be a ceremonial blade. It is much larger than the dagger that you had cut your skin, Gunther. As you hear these words, Kaelen.
Primordial. Aeon of creation, three logos. Heed my words. Destroy this pact once and for all, and the two of you would see as blood splatters the banner on the back of the church. As Kaelen, your throat gets slit, and underneath the now open wound, you start to feel a hardness, gold, that was growing inside of your skin as it begins to glow, and you watch as it fills the entirety of this back area of the church. And it hurts. You take 5 points of slashing damage as the gold begins to dissipate and your throat begins to re-heal. It is done. Though I am unsure of its efficacy, the Queen should not have control over you now. How do you feel? And he kneels down towards you. And you can feel on your cheeks the gold is no longer there.
I don't know. It kind of hurts. Feel better though. I feel lighter almost.
That is good. And you watch as he panically looks towards the open doors of the cathedral. And the rest of you see as someone unknown to you begins to walk in. You see a feminine form wearing a silver armored dress. She stands poised, but almost moves robotically as she walks down as if her joints are mechanically hinged. She has 2 blades by her side and braids that blind her eyes. The rest of the worshippers that were inside begin to panic and run in random directions. She's here.
And he rushes towards the front of the altar.
Who are you?
She looks in your direction.
Yes.
I am Cleve, agent of Rathsmona, and I am here to collect. Where is Lorenzo Toussaint? And that is where we'll end the session.
Ooh. Spooky.